For this trick we will ask spectator to shuffle the deck, then choose a card and remember it. So let's say he would choose this card over here. I will show it to camera and not look at it, you have to trust me, and try to remember this card as well. We will now take this card, place it back somewhere inside the packet, and we will now ask the spectator to shuffle the deck one more time. Once he is happy with the shuffle, he will return cards back to me, and we will now try to accomplish interesting experiment. I will be now dealing cards one by one on a table face up, and once the spectator will see his card, he will say stop inside his mind. And I will try to somehow mentally receive this information and hopefully also recognize which card was selected. So try it as well. Once you will see the card I showed you before, just say stop in your mind. So let's begin. We will be turning cards face up, one at a time, and once you will see your card, say stop inside your mind. I haven't heard stop yet, so we will continue. I just hope the card didn't vanish. So one at a time. Wait a moment. I have heard something, but it was maybe a moment ago. It took some time to receive the information. We have to go back a few cards. I think it might be maybe this card or card below. So I will have to focus one more time to find out which card you selected. And I have a feeling that your card was not a picture card. So your card must have been 6 of clubs. So this was the trick, I hope you liked it. Now for the explanation, it is actually pretty easy. You just need a deck that has one-way back design. If you take for example your standard bicycle card, you can see that it looks the same from here and from here as well. But if you have a deck with one-way back design, you can take out a card, turn it over, place it inside the deck, and then locate it. It is especially easy with this bicycle fire deck because you can see the turned card even from a distance because it looks a bit different. So I now know that this is the turned card. But bicycle fire is not the only one-way design back out there. You can use also bicycle guardians, butterflies, bicycle cyclist, telehose, or sometimes even B-playing cards. We will check all those cards at the end of the video, but now let's see the explanation for this trick. The preparation for this trick is really easy. You just need the cards to be in one direction. Then I think it is safe to ask the spectator to shuffle because most shuffles does not change the direction of the cards. So he can do overhand shuffle, he can do riffle shuffle, he can do Hindu shuffle, he can cut the deck or anything like that. So as I said, I think it's safe to ask him to shuffle the deck as long as he does not drop the cards on the floor or something like that. Once the deck is shuffled, you will ask the spectator to choose a card. You can spread the deck like this and you can ask him to take out one card and remember it. What spectator will typically do is that he will take out a card and look at it like this. He will not turn it upside down or anything like that. So you can just turn the deck in your hand and then spread it again and ask the spectator to place the card back anywhere he wants. So for example here, and now the card is turned over. If you want, you can control the selection in a better way. If you have troubles with this procedure, you can just tell him to stop you anytime. For example here, you can out-jog this card, turn it over like this, then show it and then place it back. Now the deck can be shuffled again. Now everything is done, the rest is just the presentation, and I think this trick is mainly about presentation. So you will explain to spectator what you will do, that you will deal cards face up on the table, and once he will see his card, he will say stop inside his mind, and that you will try to catch this and hopefully recognize what card he selected. So we will do it rather quickly now, because we already did it in performance. And with the bicycle fire I can see now that this card is already coming, it is here. So we will continue, and I normally, when I see his card, I continue, and now I say what moment, what was that? I think I heard something, and I now return back few cards, and now I typically take one card above and one card below, and now again it is only presentation, and then you will reveal his card, 2 of hearts in this case. So in performance I used bicycle fire deck. I think it's really good one-way back design deck, but it is definitely not the only one-way back design deck out there. You can use, for example, this one. It is called Bicycle Guardians. I think you know it already. It is pretty common deck, and although it looks pretty symmetrical on first sight, we will turn one card upside down, and you can see that this square is missing here, and the side of the deck looks different as well. So Bicycle Guardians also can be used for this type of tricks. Bicycle Cyclist is another example of one-way back design, although this time it is a bit harder to recognize it. We will zoom in like this and watch this middle section here. If we will turn one card upside down, you can see that this line is under the circle while this line is not, and this makes it one-way back design, although it is pretty hard to see on first sight. On butterfly playing cards it is pretty straightforward. We have here in the center this flower, and it is just one-way flower, and if you will turn the card upside down you can see the difference immediately. Tally-ho playing cards are very hard to recognize, but it is one-way back design as well, so I can show it to you. We will zoom in a little bit and watch this flower. Now it looks the same, but watch the distance between white lines. If we will turn it over, you can see that the distance between them is not the same now. So Tally-ho playing cards also one-way back design. B playing cards can have also one-way back, but not all of them. This happens only when the deck is not printed correctly. So we will zoom in again and we will try to look at it as well, and we will focus on this top part of the cards, and you can see now that now it is exactly the same, but when we turn one card upside down it is a bit different. You can see that the line is here in this corner, while here it is a bit lower. So also B playing cards can be one-way back design. So this was the trick together with overview of few one-way back design decks. I hope it was interesting for you. I think in practice you can use these 3 decks, and these 3 decks are a bit harder to recognize. So if you like the video, I will be happy if you can give thumbs up. Thank you for attention. See you next time.